Okay, everybody, welcome to How to Successfully Run a Social Media Contest and Following All of the Rules. I am Stephanie with BIS Designs, and I handle all of our clients' social media as far as their marketing goes. So I wanted to get in here and go ahead and get started with this. We may have a few late stragglers who join in, but they can catch up at that point. And also, if you want to go ahead and put in your questions along the way, we're going to handle those towards the end of the webinar. I am Stephanie May. Like I said, I handle the social media content for our clients here at BIS Designs. And one of the biggest questions we're always getting is about Facebook. So I handle all of the clients as far as content goes. I'm always answering questions like these. So webinars like these are very helpful when it comes to helping you guys out when you're running your own strategies. I have worked in the marketing industry for the past 5 years. Here at BIS Designs, I handle over 30 plus monthly social media clients, and I studied marketing communications at USA. We're going to go ahead and get started with this. Knowing the rules is one of the biggest things to know on Facebook right now, and they are constantly changing on a weekly basis. A lot of times that is confusing because they do not send out emails when this stuff happens, unless it's a really big rule that they've changed. They don't send out emails. You kind of just have to learn as you go, and as you do a new ad, you'll kind of figure out what they are allowing and what they're not allowing now. So this will kind of keep you up to date on where we are as of right now, because they changed a lot over this past summer. So know the rules, keep that in mind. Facebook contest rules. This is all brand new as of this summer. I'm going to go down this list, but you will also notice that one of the biggest things in the past was a share to win. You wanted everyone to share your content or your post or whatever the photo was that you posted for your contest. You wanted people to share it because that is free advertising for your business. Well, Facebook sees this now as spammy, and they have gotten all kinds of, reviews from people who are on Facebook every day that they don't like seeing this because they feel like as they're going down their timelines every day, this is what they're seeing. It's a constant advertising, and there are certain people that really do. You'll notice, you probably have some friends on Facebook who this is what they do all day. They are sharing 10 and 15, 20, business page content because they are trying to win that contest, whether it's free tickets, free gift cards, whatever it is. So they have now put a halt on this. And if they catch you doing it, then they're going to let you know, hey, we don't like this, stop it. And they're going to probably shut down your contest. So let's look at what they've got going now. This is someone who wrote in to Facebook and said, hey, how are we supposed to run these contests now? So these are the new ways to do it. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of an idea on how to make this work for your business. It's not, the sharing to win was a great way to get new followers for your page and new customers, but you can also still get a lot of engagement through doing it the new route. Like or comment on a post on your page. So the question that this person has asked, like I just said, is how are we supposed to do this now with these new rules? How are we supposed to run a contest? So the answer here is that's a great question. You can use the following to create a contest. You can collect entries by asking people to do these 3 things. Like or comment on a post on your page. So instead of sharing this content now, you now want them to comment. And one of the biggest ways to do this is to get them to post a photo. So you may say, let's say you have a fishing company and you say, hey, we really want to see what you caught over the summer. The best photo will win this contest. The reason this is great for engagement for your followers and it's fun for them, but what's so good about it for your business is all of your business posts, if someone else likes it or comments on it, it still shows up on their timeline. So they're not sharing it, but people are still seeing it as a business. But it's not quite as looking like spam as it was when people were actually sharing it to their timeline. This is just going to pop up now on people's timeline and say, hey, your friend Brandon commented on this business's post, and it's going to show the photo, and then people are going to look at it and they still see your business name. You can have people publish to your actual page, which is another great route to do, because then that stays on their page forever. Once they post it, it still shows up. Brandon commented on so and so's page, and then they see it. But then anyone who comes to your page, let's say in a month, and looks at your post, it's going to show up on their page as that photo as well. So you can keep that in mind. Send your page a message. This is a route to do so that you can actually engage with this person, and it actually creates a great lead for you. But it also is not showing up as a public engagement. So they are not going to be, this is not going to share on their timeline. So just keep that in mind. If someone's sending you a private message, no one else is going to see it. It's between you and that potential customer. So you can handle that how you want to. The biggest thing here is you must state that your contest is not sponsored or endorsed or administered by Facebook. They also have no say-so in the winner. You may want to throw that in there too, because a lot of people will email things to Facebook constantly, and they think it's going to help them for whatever reason to win a contest. But putting this just at the bottom of your contest caption is the best route to handle any new post for a contest. All right, here are the don'ts now. These all changed, like I said, over the summer, so you may want to take some notes on this, because this used to be the go-to way to handle contests, and now they will not allow it, and they will shut your contest down. So don't require people to share the contest on your timeline. Don't say share to win anymore. Don't say here's a giveaway, share it to your page. Keep that in mind, because Facebook's gotten very, very strict about it. Don't force people to like or follow your page. This is another, used to, the caption for a contest was always share and then follow us. That was your biggest, that's how you were getting new followers, and that's how you wanted to run a contest. Well, now they're trying to keep down on the ads and make it not look so spammy. So now you cannot force people to do this. What you're wanting to do is get people to, they realistically want to use your business, so they're going to go and like and follow your page for that reason rather than just to win a contest. Don't make people tag their friends in the post. That's another thing. A lot of businesses will run a, share to win and then tag 2 of your friends to be entered to win this contest. Can't do that anymore. Keep that in mind. Don't tell people to tag people below. What they've started to do in Facebook, actually, if you have a contest running and you do try this tactic, it will make it so that when they try to tag their friend, it no longer works. So they can't tag a friend down there. They've started doing that recently. Don't pay people for reviews. Rumor has it Facebook's about to go to Amazon route, and it's going to be, you're going to have to prove that you are an actual customer of this business. I'm not sure how they're going to go about doing that, but apparently this has become a big problem of people paying to have Facebook reviews, because Facebook is one of the #1 places that people go to find out what other people think of a business. So they have, they're trying to cut down on people paying to go and get reviews. If they find out you're doing it, they will shut down your business page completely. And I have a feeling in the future they are going to start with the Amazon, you've got to prove that you were an actual customer before you can even leave a review. I'm assuming that's going to be with some type of receipt, or I don't really know, some type of code the business gives you, something like that. But we'll see how that unfolds in the next few months. Don't falsely misrepresent a brand or public image. Don't post something from someone else and use it as your own, obviously. Also, don't post something that is a lot more outlandish than what you're actually giving away. Let's say in the retail world, you don't want to say that you're giving away a Louis Vuitton $1,500 handbag when you're really giving away something you bought at Target for $12. That's going to get a lot more engagement, because people think they're getting something that they're not actually getting. And obviously no lotteries. You can't require people to purchase something to enter your contest, or for a better, for more entries into your contest or anything like that. Don't require any type of purchase. Instagram is a completely different monster. I am a big, big fan of Instagram for advertising, especially for the retail world. But They have their own rules, and it is actually a lot tougher to do a contest over on that channel, but you're responsible for all lawful operation of the promotion. Again, don't tag or ask people to tag themselves in the picture if they aren't in it, and state that Instagram is not associated with the contest. They are actually even stricter. If you do not have this in your caption, that Instagram is not associated in any way, they will shut you down and they will have that photo deleted. One of the biggest trends right now on Instagram for giveaways for retail outlets or influencers. A lot of Instagram influencers is a big marketing tactic these days, but they will do a loop giveaway. So you may have 5 different businesses that are in on one big giveaway. They may do $1,000 for some, one business or one big giveaway that they're doing, and everyone kind of chips in on it. But they have the loop is what they're doing is you have to go and you have to follow all 5 of these businesses and then reshare it. And that's what Instagram now is cutting down on because they don't want it to look like spam anymore. So just keep that in mind. Facebook and Instagram, which are obviously, they're both owned by the same people now. So all the rules are going to go for both channels. Let's see. The giveaway. Sorry, let's go back to this one. Choose your giveaway. I mean, I would always suggest as far as doing a giveaway, if you don't have the type of business that you can necessarily give away a service, choose something that is at least relatively linked to your type of business. Whether or not, like this picture is a spa, if they're not giving away an actual service, they may want to give away maybe a spa basket, something that they can take home with them, and it may have your business cards and things like that in there, but keep it somewhat related to your actual business anytime you're doing a giveaway, because it's just smart as far as business marketing goes. We learned this recently with BIS. Alabama football tickets have in small, you'll see in the fine print, do not give away football tickets. All the universities have these, and now that I've gone through and done my research, this has become a big thing recently, because last year you could give away all the football tickets during football season you wanted to. This was a huge way to get new followers. They have cracked down tremendously on this, and all the universities are now getting notifications when someone sees you giving away their football tickets. It doesn't matter if you have season tickets. It doesn't matter if they were your tickets to give away. You didn't just buy them to give them away as a contest. The way that they told me on the phone, the University of Alabama says, if you want to walk up to a group of clients and say, hey, here's some football tickets, go and enjoy this Saturday. Obviously, you can do that all you want to, but you cannot use it for marketing on any social media channels. So just keep that in mind, because you'll get messages and phone calls from the actual university or from Facebook, and they will more than likely shut down your ad. So just a heads up, that's not going to work out for you for football tickets. Contest type, this all goes into it as well. You kind of want to keep in mind as far as the rules go. Are you going to do a comment and like situation on to get engagement? Are you going to want them to message you? Just decide in the beginning how you want to handle that and what's going to be best for your business for marketing purposes. What's going to get you the most engagement? Or if you want them to send you a message, do you want a one-on-one conversation with this person? And that is a great way to actually have that happen, for people to send you an actual message, and then you've got a conversation starter there. Step 4, set the rules. You're going to tell them what they need to do, tell them what they can't do, tell them who's not affiliated, who's not associated with this, which is obviously whichever social media channel you are using at the time, Facebook or Instagram. You tell them that in the caption. That way it answers it right from the start. You don't have all these people commenting, asking, well, can I do this and can I do that? They're probably going to do that anyway, but at least you have a good bit of it already set up in the caption, and it saves you a little bit of time. Creating your content, you want your image to catch the eye, obviously, of someone in their timeline. This is another place that Facebook keeps changing their rules, though, and just keep this in mind. The more words you use, this one on the right I did earlier in the summer for a client of ours, and it ran just fine. But if I tried to run this one today, I guarantee you they would not allow me because of how many words is actually in that graphic. That grabbed a lot of attention, got a lot of engagement, but the fact that it has words in it, Facebook is now frowning on. They don't like you to put a lot of words because they say it looks like an ad. So keep that in mind. This one on the right worked very well last spring, not going to work so well this fall. So I'll have to completely regroup that once he decides to do another giveaway. This one on the left, I could run all day, every day, because it has nothing. I didn't type anything into that graphic. So this graphic is just simply showing what you get, and you want to make it colorful. You want to make it pretty. Just make it so that when people see it, they think, hey, I'd really actually like to have that. Catches their attention, they stop, and what they do is they read that caption. So this is why it's making it a little more difficult to run a contest on Facebook now. You cannot put your info in the graphic. You have to grab their attention with the photo, and then bring their attention to that caption, which is going to tell you what you're giving away and what the rules are for this contest. A year ago, you would notice that the graphics had every single bit of that. It had the rules in it. It had any extra details. It had everything. But Facebook sees that as an ad now, and they don't want it to look like spam. Boosting your contest with ads is a must-do. Many of you may not know that even if you have 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers on Facebook or Instagram, and you run a contest, only 2% of your followers are going to see anything that you do on there. That's with anything, whether it's a contest or something you just shared that you wanted everyone to see, and you're sitting there looking at it going, well, I didn't get any likes on that, but I have 5,000 followers. It's because really no one saw it. And boosting nowadays, that's how Facebook makes their money, and they know you want people to see it, and they know that that's how they make money. So they're going to try to get you to spend money, which really, I absolutely love the ad campaigns that you can do on Facebook, because you can target your actual audience. So let's go back to a fishing client. If you are a charter fishing company and you are running a free fishing trip contest, you want a lot of messages and you want a lot of likes and comments from this contest. Who are you going to target? You're going to target people who are interested in fishing or outdoorsmen, even people who like to hunt. You're going to look for those guys that are outside doing things, because that's who you want to be in front of on Facebook. That's what you're doing when you boost any type of ad, and especially contests, because that's who your potential customer is. So just keep that in mind when you run a contest. You want to boost that. They will let you set your ad amount. I would suggest always at least doing $40. That's going to get you in front of a few thousand people. The more you spend, obviously, the more people you get in front of, and you can set your distance. So let's say your business is in Daphne, Alabama. You can go out 25, you can go out 50, you can go out 100 miles from there, however far your customer base might reach. Just kind of keep in mind where your customers are. You don't want to be running an ad in Lucedale, Mississippi, when you know no one's going to be coming to your business from Lucedale, Mississippi. So just keep in mind kind of who your target audience is, where they live, what they do, that's hobbies, things like that. This is the biggest thing, and one of the biggest reasons we decided to do this webinar is because Facebook rolled out so many new rules just in the last 6 weeks. This is a big one. Gyms, personal health, anything wellness, cosmetic, anything like that is getting a big shutdown on Facebook, because they see it as bullying, and they do not want to bully people in their timeline. So kind of look at the details on here, and I'm going to read through it, but you look at these two photos and you think, okay, well, it's a guy with abs. We get it. You're advertising something to do with let's go work out, or let's change our diet, something like that. But the way that they have studied it, they see it as the one on the left is correct. You can use this. Don't zoom in on his abs, because they feel like you are going to bully people who don't have abs. And whether or not you agree with that or not, this is just how it is nowadays. You cannot contain, we'll go up here and read the policy. Ads must not contain before and after images, or images that contain unexpected or unlikely results. I can get on board with that a little bit, because just because I decide I'm going to go run on the treadmill at your particular gym this week doesn't mean I'm going to have this guy's abs by next week. So that's how they're looking at this. Don't get in front of people and make them feel bad about themselves with unrealistic results. Ads for health, fitness, or weight loss products must be targeted to people 18 years or older. Keep that in mind, which most targeted ads, you cannot go any lower than that anyway. It's very, very rare that Facebook will ever let you target an ad to anyone under 18. As far as they're concerned, they're going to have to go ask for mom and dad's credit card before they can do anything anyway. So they pretty much keep it above 18 for everything. Let's see. These are some more examples for the weight loss industry on how they see it as whether or not you're helping or hurting the Facebook community. This one on the left, this image is focused on physical fitness and is compliant. They will run that one. The one on the right, they are not going to run because it shows someone who's lost weight and the jeans don't fit them anymore. You kind of get the point. They will shut that one down, and they'll send you a message and they'll say, you can't run this. We won't allow it. And this is the reason behind it. The one down below it, this image promotes healthy eating habits and is compliant. They're completely happy with that one, but the one on the right, not so much, because you're bullying someone again. That's how they see it. This image of a person on a scale would be non-compliant if used to promote a diet or weight loss product. So just stick with that left-hand side of trying to eat right. A couple of more examples here. Drinking vegetable juice, completely fine. The one on the right, they see as you are, bullying a customer or a potential client, and it makes people uncomfortable on Facebook. So they're going to start shutting those down, or they have already started shutting these type of ads down. This is what you'll get when you get disapproved. It'll say your ad wasn't approved because it focuses on an ideal physical body image. Images that show a type of body as being perfect or undesirable, example, focusing on ads or belly fat, are not accepted. Learn more about their advertising policies, and then you can click on that and kind of go in. They will give you a little bit of help as far as how you can fix it, but not a whole lot. Also, you can go in and view your request. You can kind of look at maybe what the picture was, maybe how you could change it, just see how it goes. Turning your entries into leads, again, this is the whole point of running a Facebook contest, is to get potential leads and to get potential new customers, whether or not they're a new customer tomorrow or they're a new customer in 6 months. That's pretty much the whole point of advertising on social media as it is. So we're going to give you, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. One I already mentioned earlier. If they're already messaging you to enter a contest, you've got a conversation starter right there. Just, try not to be too pushy with it from the very beginning. But invite to like page. This one is going to be big and there are a couple of ways actually to do this, but the biggest way, if someone likes, let's say your contest is like this post or comment on this post to enter our contest. Let's say you get 400 likes on that post. You're going to go through, once you click on who liked it, it's going to have out on the right hand side, if they don't already follow you, it's going to say invite. And what that means is invite this person to follow your page. But keep this in mind. Let's say you had 400 likes on that content. You cannot send out more than 50 invitations within a 2-hour time frame, or they see you as you're being spam, so they will shut you down. They won't shut down the contest, but that you will not be allowed to communicate or invite anyone else to like your page for, usually they'll shut it down for 12 to 24 hours. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't be too spammy with it. If you had a lot of likes on something, just go through, invite, 20 or so people to like your page. More than likely, they're going to come through there and like your page, which is a great way to get new leads and new followers for future promotions. But just keep in mind, you don't want to go in and invite so many people that Facebook sees you as spamming people at this point. But that is a great way to get new followers on your page. You can run an ad to your actual followers. If you go in and boost an ad now, whether it's a contest or just your everyday post on Facebook, you can target only the people who follow your page. So like I said earlier, that if you don't pay for an ad, only 2% of your 5,000 followers are going to see it. But if you go in and you run an ad specifically only to those 5,000 people, then you're obviously going to get a lot more, engagement, because these people are already interested in your business. So if you have that big of a following, I would suggest doing this at least once or twice a month, because you want everyone who's following you to stay engaged. The more engagement you have, the more they see your content in the future as well. That's how Facebook algorithms work these days. This is another idea on how to get new leads as far as running an ad. And then you can stay where you are, do it yourself, or enlist experts. That's basically, do you want to grow on Facebook? Do you not necessarily have time to sit down here and keep up with all of these new rules? Because I'm telling you, it really is tiring, because they change it nonstop. Every time a new trend comes through, they're going to run with it. The algorithms change constantly, and keeping up with this stuff, a lot of people do this on a daily basis like me, and we keep up with this stuff for a living. A lot of business owners just simply do not have time to do that. And a lot of people want to grow on Facebook. They're just simply not sure how they're supposed to go about doing that. So that's what this is about, is you can either stay where you are on Facebook, you can do it yourself, or you can outsource it and have someone else do it for you. We are doing, for webinar attendees, we are doing a free social media review. And what this means is I will go in and look at your social media channels, whatever you have going as of right now. If you only have a Facebook page, or you may have 4 or 5 different channels, I'll go through to take a look at it and just see what you've got going. If you need to post more, or maybe you don't need to post quite as much. If you're posting 3 and 4 times a day and you're not getting any engagement, that might be why. It's because you're posting way too much. But if you're only posting once every 2 weeks or once a month, then you're definitely not posting enough. As well as, you kind of want to take a look at the general outlook of your page when you get in there and look at it. Is your cover photo aligned correctly? Do you have the information you want to see when you first get on there, as far as your address and your location goes? All of that stuff is very, very important. So a social media review is very important. Normally $199, and we're doing this for free for all webinar attendees. Keep on going. All right, who's it for? This is for anybody who's wanting to grow on social media. If you have social media and you just can't understand why you can't get any more engagement, and why your followers have stayed at, you have 34 followers for the last year, and you're not really sure how you're supposed to get that any larger. Or if you've had 5,000 followers and you're just simply not getting any engagement, that's who this is for. You just kind of want to look, kind of have a general look at what's going on with your social media. This actually expires on September 30th, which is coming up very, very quickly. Today's the 26th. So if you do have an interest in this, go ahead and get signed up for it, and I will go ahead and take a look at all of that, and we'll get the information back over to you. This is how you enter that. You can go ahead and send an email now, make a note to do it later this afternoon, however you want to handle that, but just send an email to events@askbis.com. And what we're going to do is get you signed up for that, and I will personally give you a call. We can meet in person, however you want to handle that, and go over your social media, see maybe what you want to add or take away from that. All right, and we are at the end now. So, Christy, do we have any questions?
Yeah, we had some questions come in, Stephanie. One of them being, is it best to be on all social media sites, or focus on 1 or 2 and just blast those?
I would say you want to concentrate on more of where your audience may be. So I would suggest always have more than one social media outlet, always. Doesn't matter what type of business you're running. But if you have a business where your audience is mostly on Facebook, then you want to do the majority of your focus is going to be on Facebook. But I would always, always suggest having a Google Plus, mainly for SEO purposes, because if you didn't know, Google, if you have a Google Plus page, even if you don't have a lot of followers on there, if they see it as more relevant because it is a Google page, and they will run you a little bit higher on their rankings. But I would say it all depends on what type of business you have, on whether or not you need to be on Pinterest or Instagram or Twitter, LinkedIn, especially for professionals. So that would be something specific we could discuss in person or on the phone.
Okay, great. Well, we had one other one come in. What is a good campaign or contest for the fall?
For the fall, I would always suggest local events. That is, for me, I'm a huge supporter of anything local, but also people in the community tend to engage a lot more when they know the actual business. So if you have hayrides coming up, or you have a pumpkin patch coming up in your local area, and you want to maybe give away tickets to that event, or you want to promote it in some way, then that's a great way to do that. If you have a business where you maybe want to give away a service, but you want to do a contest that might be a little more fun for people, I would say maybe even a pumpkin carving contest. Share your photos with us for a chance to be entered into this contest, and we'll give away this free service. Would be a good one for October for sure.
Great. I think that's a great idea. That's all the questions we've had come in, but guys, you can always send them to events@askbis.com if you have anything else for Stephanie, and she can get in touch with you.
Okay, great. Looking forward to talking to all of you. Thank you so much.